grab your popcorn and get ready because today you're about to be mind blown with Skibidi toilet secrets, Easter eggs, mysteries, and more, with the ending showcasing a very big secret that many of you guys don't know about. Starting off, as you can see, it's getting a little crazy, but did you guys know there's a lot of Easter eggs in this one alone? It starts off a little chaotic, but there's Easter eggs all in this video. And yep, you guys know there's a giant toilet in the background. Not only that, but TV Man is not happy with what's been going on. And the toilets, as you can see, they're all about to get flushed by look at that, bam, plunged. But this one is protected. It's a coverage, a new protection method. Then you can flush, all right? Very, very interesting. These are just some of the beginning Easter eggs you may have missed. Then we got this, Tears for Fears, even the little G-Man down below, and of course, we've got Kate Bush, I don't know, and then of course, in the toilet, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, the good old, yeah, the Skibidi, yeah, he's doing it, he's living his best life there. Little G-Man and Gordon dancing. We even have Genie from Aladdin in this one. Then we've got all this. The next sequence about to show up in 10 seconds. But of course, we've got to check out the very fancy urinals. They're doing their Skibidi thing. They're doing the Skibidi dibbidi bidi. Yeah, you see that? It's not Shrek. All right, guys, I promise. It was a skull. But here in the back, spinning Gordon Freeman. You can see all these little things that he's adding. Even a running G-Man. Why is that G-Man there? Of course, we got the helicopter flying by. Everything looks normal, but all these little tiny features. Oh, geez, the ending always scares me. G-Man is a human. You can see him in the background. People eating poop and people naked. I don't know who that is. But as you can see, we're now inside the lobby. What? Bro, every time this plays, it gets stuck in my head. Let me know if it also gets stuck in your head down in the comment section. God, that scared me. I've seen this so many times and it actually scared me. But all the humans turned in the toilets in this one. You guys missed it. They were eating poop and then turned into toilets. Gordon, G-Man dancing, military army going to fight the... Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's now turned it... Oh! They've all arrived! Oh, I love this one. It's Star Wars reference. That's an Easter egg. Dancing G-Man. Toilet from the first episodes there. We've even got Spider-Man on a toilet. Gordon dancing. Little G-Man was there too. And of course, it's all a toilet. DJ Toilet. Specifically, doing his best. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's DJing, but you guys know how this goes. Now, the next secret. Freeman and Calhoun dancing in the background. That's the first one. Then we've got, of course, the toilet, but he's not there until boom. Of course, the music drops. He starts coming out. We gotta flush him down. We can't let it continue. Goodbye. See you later. Now we have more secrets. He arrives in the background, right? Another one arrives. Two more arrive. Then Big Bertha comes in. The whole freaking crew's here. Everyone's here. Skibidi dibbidi dibbidi dancing. And of course, background, boom, what is going on back there? Dancing G-Man with the weird face. We've got Cammans across Cammans against Skibidi Toilet Men. Now, this is where the war gets a little crazy. And then they attack us, but the downed cameraman got attacked by this toilet. We weren't able to flush him. The question that you guys have to ask yourself, are we toilet men or are we cameramen? And you have to look at his gloves every time he flushes. Yep. Or cameraman. It's so epic. The story's insane. Wait a minute. The police are being taken over. Okay, now the police are toilet men. Yeah. So we're cameramen. A spinning stick man in that one. That was creepy. You gotta admit, that one's creepy. This is like a Skibidi toilet church. It's so holy. It's beautiful. It's so amazing. What was that? Get him. Get him, boys. Get him. Oh. I forgot he eats them. Flush him. That's a big one. Good flush. Good flush, cameraman. Good job. You did it. All right, next secret. Yo! There's a skeleton in the sky. We've got a lot of cameramen here. The cameraman army. We've got two runners in the front. You guys can see Gordon or oh, did they just get... They just got ran over. Okay. Yo, he's got the horns. Oh, that's creepy. Flying toilet. That's it. That's an Easter egg. Okay, I see you. We've got dead cameramen on the bridge and below the bridge. And, oh, he's trying to eat us. No, not today, buddy. We're flushing you down. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. I gotta admit, the toilet men are a little overpowered, guys. You've got to look at that. Yeah, a little overpowered, but we do have our own arsenal. And as you can see, the cameramen are dropping down right above him to flush him down, but we just lost our, yeah, we just lost some heavy arsenals. Nice flush, boys. Nice flush. But now they crash and, well, they don't survive. And yeah. Let's see, where's the next Easter egg in this one? This one has all the toilets. We've got the old toilet man for this one. Of course, they're a little crazy. The old men are a little crazy. But behind them, they had the whole arsenal. It was just a secret weapon in the background. Why he's running? We even get a brown toilet in this one. A lot of different looking skibidi men. All right, they're all dead. Oh. And now we're dead. You see, that's why we don't want to. God, that was brutal. Camera? Oh, shoot. First toilet ever. That was the first one ever. Remember that. That was the first one, and they just replicated. This is a fake toilet. Oh, look at this. A scientist toilet. What? Bro, we put a camera on a toilet, and they haven't even noticed. Oh, they noticed. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, a cat toilet? A blue helmet toilet? Okay, that's awkward. It was like a C4 drone. Oh my! What's up, guys? What's going on over here? Oh, we got nice flying toilet with shades. Toilet rocket man. Triple toilet. Oh geez. Oh geez. Yep. We're dropping it. I forgot about that one. Oh! I forgot they survived. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Run! Run! Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we didn't survive that one. Look at this. Okay, the camera, as you... Commando toilet! I think it's camo toilet. Just got destroyed. Nice! Bro, whoa, my man. Kick him. Look how big. Suit cat. Oh, the triple cam, baby. The triple cam. Oh. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, he bit him. Flush him. The triple toilet. You gotta flush. Or that works too. All right, good job. Good job. Next secret. We gotta see the next secret. Oh, the crushing. Oh, I love when they come in, dudes. Nice. I forgot about the shields, dude. The shields are super helpful against them, but they have those kamikazes. And oh, that's it. It's over for him. He's getting beamed. He takes a lot of damage. Yeah, we die here. Oh, look. Okay, the documents are important. You guys can see right here. Half-Life 2 icon right there. Very important. That's the... Nice. They're pretty much interrogating. This is an interrogation room. They're looking for that one. Yeah, we get it. Skibidi, we know. Oh, he bugged out. We gotta flush him. Oh. Whoa, they found our secret headquarters. Yeah, that didn't go as according to plan. Gordon Freeman dancing in the background. That's pretty cool. What else we got here? We got helicopter toilets. We got the Big Bertha toilet. The one that we've been looking for. Nice! Pull that bad boy! It's always a good feeling getting rid of the boss. Oh. Never mind. Is that a triple? Oh, it's a quadruple. A 5. Oh. Yeah, that was a 5 stack. They're repairing the camera lens right now. Engineer cameraman. I've never seen that one before. Oh. Oh, he has saw blades. Bro, and of course they attack our main building. Yep. Cameraman Mark. That's the 3-headed one. What? Dude, I love you, man. You're so cool. Dude, I don't know if I like the cameramen more or the toilets. Guys, let me know what army you're a part of. Are you a part of the cameraman army or the toilet army? Yeah, that was you guys telling me toilet. But there's an airship of cameras up there. That is crazy. By the way, these are the webcam. These are the different cameras. These are the camera like heads of like the webcam version. And of course, they slowly start getting on the toilets when they're running away from them. And as you can see, their army's toilet on the wall. He's spider toilet. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The next secret's in 30 seconds. Okay. Yo, yeah, pull. Nice plug, nice pulling. They've got, I swear, if the cameraman just worked. Oh, military helmet. Or I guess military. Oh, what the? Dude, nice. What the heck? Nice camera use. Oh no, you almost backups are. Oh, the speaker. Bro, wait, what? Barney Calhoun. Who the heck is Barney Calhoun? He's just at the bottom of this one. Oh man. Yes, speaker camera. That's one of the strongest, by the way. One of the ultimate. We're gonna have power levels. We're gonna go over power levels tomorrow, dudes. This one's very strong, like crazy strong. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we going? Oh my God, is this toilet jail? They're all. Yep. Wait. Oh, never mind. It's not even jail. I thought it was jail. We were infiltrating their warehouse where they hang out. Oh man, look at this. Where are we going? Next secret in 5 seconds. Detective toilet. Okay, I see you. The smallest toilet. Is that a smallest toilet or is that a normal sized toilet amongst big toilets? Oh, guys. Yeah, baby, we called for backup. Dude, I'm telling you, the cameramen are strong. The cameramen are very strong, guys. We've got like heavy arsenal. We got big bomb. Wait, he's got a neck. Guys, he had a neck there. Camera woman. Whoa, we've got a woman in the team. Yeah, they're all dancing. You see how he's on a toilet? Uh-oh. That's not good, guys. Oh, he got off the toilet. Oh, no. Guys, you're outnumbered. You need to run. Oh, now he's going after the weak ones. You see? Well. Okay, that's bad. That is very bad. Oh, no. Look, there. Dude. What? Dude, that's how they take over the cameramen. Holy sm. Yo, I didn't even notice that the little guy jumped out and took over. Bro, that's how they can infiltrate the cameraman. Is he using the toilets as shoes? Yeah, there he is. There he is. That's the sabotage one. Yo, you see? Bro, I didn't even realize. They're making them into zombies. Okay, as you guys can see, the toilet men are winning by a lot right now. And we even have commando toilet or camo toilet that now has laser beams. And now the two sides are bro, it's going crazy. And the music cuts out because of copyright, so it just like instantly stops. Oh, dude, this is actually mind-blowing. This is actually insane that it's going so well and so bad. No. No. No! No! That's why he got converted. The chest color changed. The toilet men took over. Bro, now it makes so much more sense. That's the... I didn't realize that the cameraman got taken over by the zombie, like, drones. They got sabotaged. Dude, I thought he was just betraying his own people. But, oh, a YouTube logo. But it's because he got taken, like, mind controlled. That is crazy. That is actually, oh, geez. Oh, geez. Look at them, dude. Oh, man. They're just getting weirder and weirder. We're running back to one of our bases. But, of course, one of the mind control ones is here. We've got to save him, boys. Tank it out. Nice. Look at that thing. TV Man. TV Man's there? Is this the main base for TV Man? No way. You guys can see he even has a red suit on. He has a different color suit. Everyone else has white suits. He had a red one. See? Oh, geez. That's bad. Yep. Okay. Nice. They found a way to get rid of them. They just gotta... He's dancing. He's emo. Oh, that... They're gonna need a way bigger... Never mind. Oh, yeah. Did you see the thumbs up, guys? Drop the video like if you saw that thumbs up. That was crazy. Holy. They're all getting mind controlled and they're working against their own people. They've got these things to remove the sabotaged. Look, Secret TV Man. TV Man's like the boss. He's the head honcho. We don't even know how strong he is yet. But it's believed that he's one of the strongest of the TV men or of the cameramen. And as you guys can see, we're slowly taking back our army. Dude, we are slowly taking back our army. We need more of those guns. We need more of those bad boys. If we have more of those, we can actually win. Another TV man appearance? Dude, the more we did, the more secret Easter eggs you guys saw. Oh, look at them. They're mind controlled. Whoa, that's great. Yo. Cameraman was sabotaged and then became a toilet. Wow. So we started creating these tanks. We need way bigger to take that guy back. We need something way bigger to take our main there. Will this work? Will it work? We've got to get a nice shot on him. Do it now. Do it now. Let's see. It's going to be a direct hit. I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it. We were about to convert him, but nope. Not anymore. Oh, man. Not anymore. Bro, this was in the beginning, and now it makes so much more sense how the toilet men have gotten where they are right now. They've slowly been taking over because they've been sabotaging. But as you guys know, TV Man is the strongest. With the giant toilet in the back, TV Man can convert all of them to be like, you see, dude, TV Man can convert all the toilets. That's the secret. That is the secret. That is how we can go ahead and prevent them from getting bigger. But TV Man needs to get more powerful. At the start of the episode, you see 3 cameramen hiding on the rooftop of the building in the ruined city. Right at the start, the cameraman looks sad, almost depressed or scared to be so deep into the city. This fear was probably brought on by the Speakerman Titan, who recently just eliminated some cameramen in the last episode and eliminated the tank that we were going to use to convert the infected Speakerman back to the good guys. So it makes sense why these 3 cameramen are so scared. But can we quickly talk about this brand new cowboy cameraman? I have never seen him, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this guy. Who is he, and why is he wearing blue jeans and a completely different suit? Is he actually a cowboy? Do you also notice on the building across that there's no lighting or anything on the other roof? Now, remember I mentioned this because there is a secret that you have missed from this episode that we're gonna go over at the end of this video. As the battle rages on, you see the infected Speakerman Titan step on a large Speakerman. Now, we haven't seen much of the Speakerman in the last 10 episodes. Before, they were marching with the cameraman and really helping win the war. But lately, we haven't seen much of them at all. And every time we do see them, they're getting destroyed like this one in this episode. The last time we saw a Speakerman was actually in episode 53. And well, he got blasted by the UFO SKIBIDI. I believe it's safe to assume that the Speakermen are not happy about their Titan speaker becoming infected. It's almost as if they blame the cameraman for even entering into this war. As in episode 32, when the Titan Speakerman got infected, he blasted a lot of his Speakerman friends. And ever since this episode, we've seen a lot less Speakerman. So after our Speakerman friend loses his head, we also lose about 3 cameramen that are running away from the infected Speakerman. We also lose a stun blaster tank. Now, this blaster tank had no effect on the infected Speakerman Titan. It was almost like a little tickle for him. What we need in this episode was the tank from episode 53. If we had this tank, the one that got destroyed in 55, we could have converted the Speakerman Titan back to the good side. Now, this is where the real action starts, because the Camera Titan has finally arrived. We finally get to see the showdown of the Camera Titan and the infected Speakerman Titan. But before that happens, did you notice that the Cameraman Titan was waving his fingers saying no? While he was doing that, a lot of crazy things happened, and if you aren't paying attention, you might have missed it. Remember how I told you at the beginning of the video to look at the roof across the 3 cameramen? Well, look at the same rooftop now. Yep. That's the secret agent. How did he get there? We're going to talk about that later in the video, so let's focus on the Camera Titan really quickly. As soon as the Camera Titan arrived on scene, he did a few things to ensure that he was ready for this fight. First, he put his shoulder cameras away to protect them from getting damaged and swapped into battle mode with his machine gun turrets on his shoulders and even put extra armor on for his power core. Crazy enough, Camera Titan has used his shoulder turrets before, and you can see it in action here on episode 53. But we've never seen him cover his power core before. What makes this so strange is because in episode 50 and 51, we learned how powerful the core is as an energy beam. It can literally melt Skibidi Toilet's faces off. So why isn't he using it against the Speaker Titan? Maybe it's because he doesn't want to destroy the Titan and only weaken it to convert him back to the good side. I have more information about this at the end of the video, so keep watching because it gets crazy. Now, before we get into the epic fight between these 2 Titans, we need to talk about the secret agent on top of the building next to the Camera Titan. Well, apparently the cameramen can't see him, but it's weird that we can see him since technically we are a cameraman. Now, we have seen the secret agent in a lot of the past few episodes, starting with episode 45 inside the shack, then episode 46 hiding behind a tree. Even in episode 47, after a massive battle, he helps us. But then we find him in episode 48 when we shoot our laser beam hiding in the window. Even in episode 52, he's watching us from the rooftop. And in all this, in episode 55, he was watching down as we lost our tank. But it gets even weirder because I guarantee you a lot of people missed the fact that there was a secret agent in episode 56, and I wouldn't have known if you guys, the fans, didn't tell me in the comment section. Because in episode 56, he is right in front of the cameraman and no one sees him. Not even the TV men. So that brings us to episode 57, part 1, where we can now confirm the secret agent has teleportation abilities and is probably stronger than the cameraman, the TV men, and the Skibidi Toilets. But the big question is, what does he want? Because at the beginning of the video, he is not there when we are with the 3 cameramen on the roof. He then appears, and then as soon as the Titans start battling, he disappears. So the battle started, and the infected Speaker Titan charged up his blasters, and you can see 3 attacks go out, and the Camera Titan has what it looks like a wooden board as a shield. He gets a super effective punch on the infected Speaker Titan, which leads me to believe the Camera Titan is much stronger than the infected Speaker Titan. You can even see a size difference between the 2, and it looks like the Speaker Titan is just much faster, but not fast enough. As right when he went up to charge up his 2 blasters, the Camera Titan used his gravity pull arm to slam the Speaker Titan into the floor behind him. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen the gravity slam. We've actually seen it in episode 50 when he slams down a Skibidi Toilet, but in episode 57, it shows you how powerful the gravity pull is as it's being used against a Titan and not a toilet. But the fight isn't over yet, because Speaker Titan unleashes his speaker attack, which pushes the Camera Titan back a bit and angers him. He gives the Speaker Titan a nice kick to the chest, and that's when Daddy G-Man arrives on scene to save the day, because the Camera Titan was winning this fight. But this isn't the same G-Man that we've all seen in episodes prior. This is a newly upgraded G-Man because of the damages he took in episode 47. Now, if you don't know, G-Man actually lost his laser eyes in episode 47 because of Cinema Man. Our first time ever seeing him without laser eyes was in episode 49 because he's wearing the same glasses that he's wearing right now. So without his laser eyes, he got some new laser blaster upgrades with 6 different laser beams. Now remember, he started off this series with nothing. Now he has a jetpack, 6 laser blasters, glasses, and even headphones. Now the headphones are cool because this shows us that the G-Man is still affected by the infected Speaker Titan, even though he's infected. As soon as those 6 blasters hit the Camera Titan, he turned around and tackled G-Man as fast as possible. Now, this is where the saddest part of the episode comes in, so strap in because it's about to be a roller coaster. As I mentioned in previous episodes, the elite Plungerman is typically seen alongside the Camera Titan. Anywhere the Camera Titan goes, elite Plungerman is close by, and in this episode, that remains true. As the infected Speaker Titan was charging to attack, elite Plungerman jetpacked himself into the neck of the Titan and tried removing the parasite himself. Unfortunately, it was unsuccessful. Or was it? As he got close, you can hear there was a strange sound that alerted the Speakerman that something was trying to remove the parasite. This new upgraded sound must be a new defense mechanism, but the Plungerman is smarter than that, right guys? There is no way he thought he would be able to do this so easily. Did the elite Plungerman get new technology in his plungers that potentially will help the Cameraman convert the infected Speaker Titan back? And why did the elite Plungerman decide to throw his plunger? We've never seen him without it. Could it be this was his plan the entire time? Is he actually dead? Starting with the newest edition 44, as you know, the toilets were attacking. A giant toilet got thrown at them when they were running away from the TV Titan, and this is where the Easter eggs get crazy. Our first time ever seeing this guy, okay? He has a whole new back. He's like Dr. Octavius with those arms, but as you can see that he was no match for the TV Titan once he broke his glasses. But this is the first look at the newest phase of the soldier toilet. He's an upgraded soldier toilet that can shoot rockets at the TV Titan, and this is when the TV Titan gets an upgrade where he becomes one of the most powerful forms. He uses sound to break the glasses and the light to go ahead and make them go crazy. But this is where it gets even crazier because this is the attack of the infected Speaker Titan. As you can see, he's currently infected, and the thing with the Speaker Titan, he doesn't have eyes. So what do? All you can do is be sad. Now in 44, that was the first time we ever saw the TV Titan sad, and actually the first time we have ever seen any of the Titans sad. But this is also the first time we ever saw the introduction of the glasses, which prevents the toilet men from being affected by TV men. And right when they learned about the glasses, they said, bye, we're out of here. Now, the cameramen were pretty much a little bit ready for this fight, but not really. They lost 42. As you know, the TV men are very powerful, but did you guys know that the TV men's blue light allows for the infected to no longer be infected? And if these infected little corruptions get blue lighted as well, they start fighting each other. But if you notice, there is some secret Easter eggs in this video. Like we take off that and of course this new guy. This guy is special because 2 reasons. First things first, those are wheels underneath him. He's technically a toilet car and he has hands. On top of that, he also has no mouth. And there's also a giant toilet in the background of the TV men. This is number 41, and for sure you missed something in this one because look, right here. Do you see it? That's right. That is a 3-person toilet, never before seen. It's almost like a bathtub toilet thing, and I'm not even sure what it is. Of course, we got the flying toilet, the spider toilet, but this is where it gets a little crazy, all right? When the TV Titan comes, as you guys know, it creates this massive looming like, holy, all the toilets stopped attacking because he was so big and so scary, right? And instantly made all of them flush themselves. They all flushed themselves, which is crazy because it never before has toilets flush themselves, meaning that the TV men are the strongest we've ever seen before. But we already knew that, right? And they're really nice to the cameramen. The TV men love the cameramen, as you can see. To understand all the Easter eggs, we've got to go to episode 1 and check out all the secrets. Now, this is a remake version with all these new characters never before seen. Toilet face is a poster. Toilet face is a poster, but that's not the original. The original had this poster, which is Tears for Fears, I believe, which is a song. You're probably wondering, what's the song? This is it. This is where the creator of SKIBIDI 1 year ago commented, love the album version, but this one's just pure magic. He added the creator of this song into the episode 1 because he's a fan. Then we go to episode 2, which has a dancing cameraman, Genie from Aladdin, Gordon Freeman and G-Man dancing, a cat face. I don't know why that's there. And then a rumored picture of the creator of SKIBIDI. Then we've got another toilet face in the elevator, and then these urinals with the green skull lady. Now, of course, after they go ahead and do their thing, the green one in the middle comes out and then turns into a skull. Watch, ready? Boom. See? Now, in the background of this one, we've got a spinning Gordon Freeman. We've got camera buses. We've never seen camera buses before. In the background, we got dancing cameraman. We've got a man running on the spot. And then, look at this. He gets ran over by a toilet. We've got a guy getting run over by a toilet. This is when the toilets start infiltrating the city. This is the first few episodes. We've got a flying toilet outside of a restaurant. A cameraman from the first series. And then we've got people sitting on toilets in a restaurant eating poop. They're eating poop in a restaurant, guys. Now, another photo of the creator of SKIBIDI. Look at this guy. Look at this weird guy. Look at him. That's poop. They're eating poop. Now, listen. The SKIBIDIs get into the restaurant, and everyone in the restaurant turns into SKIBIDI toilets. You see how the humans have turned into toilets? It's because SKIBIDI toilets infect humans. Everyone in here, even the weird guy we're just looking at, gets infected. You see, everyone's here. I don't know who that guy is, but listen, everyone in here is on toilets already. They're sitting on toilets. Once the heads come in, everyone that was sitting on a toilet becomes a SKIBIDI toilet. These all used to be humans. Imagine the entire city's being infected by toilets. Isn't that crazy? Now, the human army is getting ready to fight. We have all the units out. Everyone's getting ready. The flying toilets fly in. It gets scary here now, guys. And let me tell you, it gets crazier and crazier with every SKIBIDI episode. You see all these guys coming in, flying toilets. It's a little crazy. Yeah. Now, inside, we've got the first toilet ever and Spider-Man. What is Spider-Man doing here, guys? I don't even know why Spider-Man's in this. But in SKIBIDI, we have Spider-Man. DJ SKIBIDI is dancing. He's getting ready for the big party. You know, he's living his best life. Living his best life. But in the background, we've got some guys dancing, Calhoun and G-Man. Then we've got the first toilet ever, the default toilet. You see, look at this. We flush him. He's gone.
Bye, have a great time.
But we know that's not always the nicest thing to do because other toilets get angry. They get really angry when you flush their friends. You see, they come after you. And sometimes the boss man comes after you. This is the first look at the big boss. In the background, we got a dancing G-Man. This is the first ever sighting of black cameramen. You can see the black heads, all those black heads. We've never seen those before. Those are all new. And you can barely see, but this truck right here is a camera truck. You can see the camera right there at the tippity top. It's pretty cool. And then we've got all the toilet army members coming to fight, dudes. Oh man, look at them. They look crazy. Now, this is the first time we see down cameramen inside here. On this part, a golden toilet. I think that was added. I don't know if the first toilet ever added that golden toilet, but they're in some kind of park. They're praising the park. You can see the SKIBIDIs all get flushed here. And then this is the first look at our police toilets. We, of course, spray paint over that bad boy. Then we've got the police toilets. These guys aren't very strong. They're like the normal toilets. What is that? A rat that just ran by. We've got a first toilet ever. Like that, the first toilet ever is like, they're like supreme. Like they're really thankful of him, right? So they're in church. This is the holy toilet. Yeah, I don't know why they go to toilet. I guess toilet, is this toilet church? I guess it would be toilet church. Now, once the cameramen come in, they get eaten. And of course, dudes, the flushing begins. They get rid of him. There he goes. Goodbye, sir. Have a good one. Yep. That's how they got evaporated. They have a flying skeleton in this episode. Our first look at different types of cameramen. And of course, the triple demon. Now, in the front, you see them getting run over right here. I'm not sure what happens. They just get destroyed by the triple demon. The triple toilet. Yeah, they get wrecked. We have a painted banner there, and the cameramen are having a war on this bridge. It's going down. It's explosions everywhere. Ah! Watch out, dude. Yeah, flush this guy. Goodbye. See you later. Now, a lot of you guys have seen all of these, but they get crazier and crazier with things that you may have missed. So stay with me because now we have boss phase 2, right? This is the boss man phase 2 with laser beam eyes. We saw him 3 episodes ago, and now he has laser beam eyes. Then we upgrade. We've got the cameraman or the camera turret, the spider camera. We drop down from the sky onto this guy. We get destroyed by the laser. We go to flush him, but the flying toilet gets flushed, and then we get attacked by a flying toilet. Of course, more cameramen. Now we're walking straight into war. First look at Grandpa Toilet. Grandpa Toilet's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. He looks a little cuckoo in the coconuts. And then we have Rocket Toilet, also known as Soldier Toilet. There's a few names for him. So we're dancing. We've got a whole army behind us. Right here, our first look at a brown toilet. Our first brown toilet being showcased. And the city is about to get bada booey. Baba booey. Yep. Goodbye. Destroyed. All of them gone. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But then we get hit with the painted banner in the background, and then we get hit by the soldier toilet. Yeah, he destroyed us. Now, this is the first toilet ever, like pretty much warehouse. This is where they were doing illegal operations. This is the scientist toilet that gets converted. So he upgrades after a while. That guy does. And you can see we're currently inside of a cat toilet. What the heck? And a dumb toilet. What the heck? Among Us? I've never seen this one before. Okay, and then it explodes because the camera toilet explodes. But then a spider toilet comes out and eats us. Not fun. These down here is the triple toilet. Then we've got the spider toilets. We got the rocket toilet. And then we've got, of course, the G-Man who's having a meeting with all his toilets. Now, we're going to blow him up. Goodbye, sir. Now, this is the, pretty much the orbital strike. All right? The orbital strike toilet. It's a handy cam. It didn't do a good job. They survived. As you can see, we didn't get them all. We barely did any damage to them. So we got a broken toilet statue because this is the square that they were at earlier, the police and everything. We got the camo toilet phase 1. All right. This is the camo toilet phase 1. And our first look at our Titan. Now this is the camera Titan. And he's able to stop all these toilets pretty easily because they're so small. He just crushes them. Now, the camera toilet is pretty awesome, but they're eating french fries, popcorn, and drinking drinks, watching the toilet destroy everything and the triple demon. He flushes the first one. The second one gets a nice bite into his neck. We've got another cameraman eating popcorn on the side there. And then the last one gets beamed. Absolutely destroyed. Blinded, bro. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, what's crazy about this Titan is that the camera Titan on phase 2, this is the phase 2 of the boss man, he's able to deflect it, but he gets absolutely bombarded. And because of this, he has to retreat. We all know that. There's no secret he had to retreat. Right now, the toilets are winning, but this is the danger sign, the German flag, and of course, G-Man toilet photo. We're looking for the G-Man boss man, all right? Now, he's a tied up toilet because we're interrogating him. He's known as the interrogation toilet. We end up not getting anything good from him. He ends up like going crazy, so we have to flush him. But he ends up summoning the G-Man boss man. Yeah, so we get lasered. Then we have dancers on top of roofs, dude. I don't know what they're doing on the roofs, but they were there. They were there. Okay, as you can see, beams going out. This is phase 2 still of the G-Man boss man. We go and flush him, but the cameramen are too weak. They're too weak. We couldn't flush them all the way. This is us working on the Titan. These are engineer cameramen, which we need. They have saws on their hands. I'm not sure why, or like, I don't know what they're like, laser beams. This is a cameraman Mark. Once these guys saw the Titan in here, they decided they needed to leave. They need to leave ASAP. They can't be in there. And of course, they get destroyed by the Titan. One easy explosion. Good job. Good job. But you can see they're all working on the cameraman, repairing him, making sure he's all good to go. We're flushing left and right. We're doing what we got to do. Our Hydra toilet. This is the 5-headed toilet. Now, that is a Cameraman airship. Many people miss that airship. It's really important because this is where all the webcam man and the Speakerman have come from. The Woofermans all come from there. Our first look at a webcam man driving a toilet. Of course, the brown toilet from earlier, the second time we see him. Now, what's crazy is we have a toilet crawling on the wall. This right here, this toilet is a different toilet because at the top, he has this water base that normally is right behind them. But for some reason, this guy has a very large toilet. We don't know why yet. We got the toilet crawling on the wall and we're told put on some headphones because the speakers are about to do their work. Now, of course, the speakers blow away all the toilets. Everyone gets destroyed, no problem, and everyone celebrates on the camera side. Now, this is a camera hitting a toilet with a plunger in the bottom. He's just plunging him down. And this is where we go on a rampage. What's up, bro? Remember me? Yep. On episode 15, he did the same thing to us, so we did it to him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. No, you get flushed. We get saved by the Wooferman. The Wooferman saved our life, but then this is... Whoa, I didn't know that guy was there, the Calhoun. This is the robber toilet. The robber toilet almost gets us, but we get saved by the speaker toilet, by the speaker titan. Yeah, and surprisingly enough, the robber survived all those blasts. He survived all the blasts from the blasters of the speaker toilet, which is scary. Another brown toilet sighting, which is nice. We break in here. We go ahead and start flushing everybody. We get surprise attacked. But then we get the good flush off. So good job. We get the good flush off. Mafia toilet, guys. First look at the Mafia toilet. We even have the jetpack toilet and the electric toilet in this video. The electric toilet's scary. So we have the electric toilet and the Mafia toilet here. They're all just having their best life. But then we also have the smallest toilet as well. The smallest toilet can be spawned. Oh gosh, this is when we get spotted. But this is when the Titan comes and saves the day. I love the Titans. The Titans are so epic. They're like the heroes of the story, guys. They're the best. Absolutely the best. I love that guy. He's so awesome. I'm wearing a red shirt just like him. Wait, human skin. He does have human skin, but a lot of them have human skin. Camera woman, we saw her. The first toilet ever, like reading a book. He's reading a book about the toilets while sitting on a toilet. And as you know, this is the electric toilet. The crazy, the flash toilet. A lot of different names. Yeah. He's one of the strongest. He's crazy strong. And they just saw him get destroyed and he was stronger than all of them. So they pretty much knew that they were goners. Yeah. You can't run. You literally cannot run. He's so fast. You're dead. He destroyed everything. Literally destroyed everything and destroyed us. We lost our head, but it's fine. We respawn. It's no problem. Now, this is the scientist toilet. The scientist toilet, as you guys know, go ahead and spits out these infected little corruptions. And then they corrupt the cameramen and make them the slaves. They make them little slaves. It's really creepy. I'm not gonna lie. It's very creepy. Cameraman corpse. Yeah. A lot of toilets watching all this happen. Oh yeah. This is where we have a lot of infected, corrupted, a lot of corrupted cameramen. Yoink! Got him. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So many cameramen. Oh geez. Oh geez. Yeah, the Speakerman's going in. Of course, the infected go out and try to infect the cameraman. He's fighting the camo toilet, and then the Titan, as you guys know, gets corrupted. But did you guys know that one of them gets killed? But it only takes one corrupted. See, the color even changes. He turns evil here. He starts destroying all his friends and shoots at us. It's really sad that that happened. I'm gonna be honest. The Titan was so strong for us. We were winning by a lot. And then, okay, this is where the boss man toilet, G-Man, gets an upgrade, guys. He has his eyes. We have the YouTube sign there. He shoots the YouTube sign, but this is where it gets really creepy. All right. He starts to get stronger. We've already got the infected. The toilets have infected a lot of cameramen at this point. So we've got to create a device that stops this from happening. And that's exactly what's done. We can crush this little guy with our hands. But not only does the color change on the Titan, the color changes on his shirt. You see he has a red shirt now? Now, these are all infected. We create a pulse cannon to uninfect all of them. It instantly stops the corruption. But this pulse ray beam is not strong enough to change him back. So we've got to create something stronger. The first pulse cannon user gets destroyed, and then we're on the run. We're running for our lives. Yeah, they're pretty much, there's not good. It's not good. Now, cameraman eating popcorn. Everyone loves popcorn. We've got the pulse rays dual wield. All right. Whoa, our first look at the TV man. You saw him? It was the first look at the TV man up there. He was hiding in the background. And we flush everything. Everything gets flushed. Everyone's excited. We flush everything. Flush the big toilet. Goodbye, sir. Have a good one. No problem. Then we've got another TV man on the bridge. He's been watching all this happen, right? We've got a bunch of speakermen that have been corrupted. And this is our first look at the mutant toilet. Now, the pulse ray blaster has no effect on the mutated toilets. You have to go ahead and stop them by stabbing them in the electric box. The Titan is fighting all the people. A toilet with a pulse. You see, like, yeah, we just ran over a toilet. The pulse cannon, though, we have to stop the Titan. And it's the only way, but an upgraded G-Man with now blaster cannons on the side and jetpack. He's got a jetpack and he can have both pulse cannons. Then we've got the jetpack destroying some cameramen here. We flush here. We've got the plunger. We've seen the plunger before, but it gets used very nicely here. And this is like the real first look at the TV man's powers. The whole time everything was going on, these guys were watching to see what was happening in the war, and they determined that the toilet men are evil. They don't want the toilet men to be involved in this war, and they want to help the cameramen. And it's the first look at the TV men helping the cameramen, and we've got a giant toilet in the background, and yeah, they're great. He smiles at us. Then, of course, we have the plunger again. We go ahead and destroy this guy with the plunger. No, we don't. The TV men are here to help. This is our first look at the big man, the big TV man, but we have to wear protective lenses for anything big, all right? I believe for the small guys, we don't need to just because they're smaller, but yeah, we're able to flush everyone here because the TV men really save the cameramen here. It really helps. We also got a new smile, but guess what? It doesn't stop there. On 41, as you guys know, we've got to put the protective lens on because all of these bad boys are here. Earlier, we talked about these three in that bathtub thing, but this is our first look at the TV Titan. As you guys know, the strongest of all. TV Titan, the camera Titan, speaker Titan, and the boss man, all right? This guy's the strongest. This makes them all flush themselves, which has never before been done. The other ones, the other TV men just make them freak out. They don't know what to do. This guy makes them flush themselves, which is crazy to think about, that he can just make them flush themselves. So I'm a big fan of the TV Titan. He does really good work. If you guys didn't know, that's a new smiley face. And last but not least, we got 42. Pulse rays are no good. All right. These guys are all infected. The TV man can actually stop the corruptions. It makes them come out. They run. And then it makes them attack each other. If these little guys look at the light, the little ones, they don't know what to do. They start attacking each other. So when the blue lights go out, we've got to take off our protective lens. And of course, this guy, really creepy. He's got arms, no mouth, and he's got wheels on his toilet. Never before seen before. Episode 57 part 2 ends with part 1, showcasing the heroic elite plunger cameraman jetpacking into action. This did not end up in his favor. He gets thrown by the infected Titan Speakerman with half of his body missing. Now, this is the first time ever in Skibidi Toilet history that an episode showcased the beginning of a previous episode. Episode 57 part 2 really kicks off as we see Camera Titan getting up from his last fight with his hammer in his hand. What's really strange about this is that we did not see the hammer at all in part 1. Now, the last time we saw Titan Cameraman using his hammer was in episode 50, protecting the Cameraman warehouse, episode 51 with the first person fights, and of course episode 53 when he tried to take out the Skibidi UFO. Now, for some reason in episode 55, he chose not to use his hammer against the fight with the resurrected skull toilet, and it's almost like he forgot his hammer at home or something. He used his hand cannon, which ultimately ended up breaking because he used it at such a close range. Because of this mistake, you can see in episode 57 in part 1 and in part 2, he does not have any hand cannons. So instead, in episode 57, he brought his special weapon, his trusty hammer. So the battle against the G-Man starts with Camera Titan opening up his chest energy core. And you can see G-Man then using all 6 of his lasers straight into the Camera Titan's energy core. In episode 57 part 1, we saw him protect his energy core against the Speaker Titan. But against the G-Man, he opened it so he could have access to all his powerful tools. Now, even though he's getting blasted by these lasers, you can see he isn't even phased by the lasers hitting his core. This is just making him even more angry than he already is, unleashing his flames and smashing G-Man with his hammer. You can see a similar combo being used in episode 51, where the Camera Titan uses his hammer to break open a SKIBIDI shield and then blast him with his energy core. Now at this point, the Camera Titan is super mad. He used his energy core, dropped his hammer into G-Man, and what we don't know is whether or not his hammer is broken from this or destroyed, because the explosion we saw from G-Man was quite large. And as we know later on in the episode, G-Man survives this fight, which we'll get into later how and why he survived, and also some teasers for episode 58. It's at this point, I believe, that the Camera Titan realized his best friend, or his brother, Elite Plungerman, is hurt or dead on the floor. Camera Titan goes for an angry speed tackle into infected Speaker Titan, and the tackle was so large, even the 3 cameramen on the roof got blown back, and the AC unit they were hiding behind almost crushed them. This is when Camera Titan throws Speaker Titan with some kind of slam, and we have a surprise attack from the SKIBIDI Samurai arms from episode 47 that we saw in the background against Cameraman when he teleported away. Funny enough about this is that Camera Titan is so angry that this attack looks like it didn't even hurt him. He literally crushes the SKIBIDI Samurai sword's head with one clap, and for the rest of the episode, he has swords stuck in him. It's at this very point when the SKIBIDI parasite tries to infect the Camera Titan. But I think due to recent upgrades, he's not able to get infected. Now, I'm not really sure on this yet because the parasite did get a surprise attack on him, but the Camera Titan knew he was there without even seeing him. Is it possible that the Camera Titan and the camera scientists have made it so the cameramen are immune to parasites? But while all this is going on, this gave Speaker Titan enough time to charge up his lasers and shoot Camera Titan in the back. These shots look like they did no damage and gave just enough time for the TV woman to teleport on top of the infected Titan Speakerman. Now, what's special about this episode is that we have not seen the TV woman since episode 54. When she saved the cameraman from the glitch toilet. TV Woman also appears to have gotten some new upgrades on her hands, which are daggers, similar to the upgrades that TV Man in episode 56 got, but the major difference between them two is that TV Woman can fly her head with her jetpack and teleport, when TV Man can only teleport. The last time we saw the TV Man, he was very upset that the cameraman had lost a tank, as you can hear him saying in episode 56. And their one job was to protect the tank. You guys know how that all went. With all this recent action and the failures of the cameraman, I am very happy to see the TV woman in action. Because right when she landed, the Speaker Titan got that same notification sound that he got when the Plungerman landed on his back. But the difference here is that the Camera Titan is able to hold his arms down so he can't stop the TV woman. You can clearly see that something very strange is happening with the Speakerman while the TV woman is behind his neck, and that's possibly because the parasite was being eliminated or damaged. It's at this point where things get a little bit scary because we see that G-Man is alive, but very damaged. As he flies in, he literally loses 2 of his laser blasters, and so far has lost his new glasses upgrades and his headphone upgrades. And of course, his face is badly burned. Now, one secret you may have missed is that the camera woman was in this episode. This is actually the first time that we've seen the camera woman and the TV woman in the same episode. So it's pretty exciting. So as soon as she starts shooting her shots at G-Man, so does the POV camera, which is us, with the paralysis blasters. He ends up having to fly off because he realized that his strongest weapon has just now become his strongest enemy. It's at this point you can see clearly that the TV woman has a troubled face. We know that she's eliminated the parasite Skibidi toilet, but she instantly flies over to the elite Plungerman and gets him back to the camera headquarters like she did in the past for us in episode 49. So the big question is the elite Plungerman dead? Is it safe to assume that they bring him back to the headquarters and this might be the best thing that ever happened to him? Because he might actually get some seriously strong upgrades like we saw in episode 49 with the broken cameraman on the floor getting repaired, which ends up becoming the mech cameraman in episode 54. But even though that may be some good news, that leaves us in a very sad situation for the love story of the brown suit cameraman. He's officially been left behind by the one woman he loves for another cameraman. Imagine being in love with a woman who has saved you before, for her to just save another guy right in front of you and not even notice you. How depressing, right guys? But this can't be the end for the brown suit cameraman because he's a fan favorite. And there's no way they leave him here to die. There's gotta be new upgrades coming just for our brown suit cameraman, right? Maybe he possibly gets saved by the camera woman and she becomes his new girlfriend. We're gonna have to wait to see what happens to the brown suit cameraman because this episode is about to get even more sad but happy. And that's when the camera titan grabs the Skibidi parasite and crushes it with its foot. Ah, that feels so good. But it's at this moment when the Speaker Titan's core color goes from yellow back to its original color of red. But that doesn't change the fact that the Speaker Titan has now, over the last 25 episodes, eliminated almost all of his friends. He gets up and clearly looks confused, upset, and probably depressed. He looks down to the Speakerman, who had his head blown off in episode 57, part 1. And I think he knows he did that. He looks directly at us with the face of, I know I've done a lot to hurt people that love me the most. It's at this point Speakerman probably feels he is better far away from everyone and everything so he can never hurt someone else again. But the big question is, where does he go? It's officially been 25 episodes since he's had any interactions with this Speaker family or any cameramen. Does he try to go back to the camera base headquarters to fix things? Will the cameramen even accept him with open arms? My guess is that he takes some time away from the cameramen to collect his thoughts and figure out a plan on how he can help without ever hurting any of his friends again. The beautiful thing about episode 57 part 2 is that this video ends with the cameraman and the camera titan giving us a thumbs up, covered in samurai blades though, which I think is pretty funny. What I want to know in the comment section is, out of the 57 episodes, technically 58 with part 2, how many of these episodes ended with cameramen giving us a thumbs up? Go count them up and go report back to me in the comment section. The first person that does it wins. This episode starts off with the brown cameraman punching a Skibidi toilet. But as you guys know, in episode 55, the brown cameraman can be seen on the left side of the battlefield. Now, it's easy to go ahead and assume that these brown cameramen are the same, but I'm not really sure which one is which. But we know for a fact there's only one brown suit cameraman that is in love with the TV woman, and it's this one. But which one of these two brown cameramen are the right cameraman? What's even more confusing is what this cameraman is doing to this Skibidi toilet. Why is he holding his head like that? Why is the other cameraman in the background covering his camera? And of course, this is where we got the introduction to the brand new TV man. Now, this TV man is the same as the other TV man we've seen before, but he's also got a new upgrade, and that is the knife that comes out from his arm that he uses against this Skibidi toilet. But there's one thing you've got to notice about what's different about this TV man. For the first time ever, this Skibidi toilet did not die instantly or flush himself to the Skibidi rays. Do you know why that happens? Well, this reminds me of the TV woman in episode 49, when she used her purple rays to bring the brown suit cameraman, which was our POV, closer to her. As you can see, the TV man did the same thing in this episode, bringing the Skibidi closer to him and then stabbing him in the neck. As we've also seen in episode 49, where the orange beam creates an absolute chaos and makes people catch on fire. But it doesn't stop there, because as you notice, the TV man also just went ahead and completely rotated his head. When he does this, this indicates to us that the TV man body is just a shell. Similar to the TV woman, the TV man can move his head any way he wants, but the only thing that he's missing comparative to the TV woman is that he does not have a jetpack attached to his TV head. In these past few episodes, we've learned a lot about the TV men, and their only power is their TV head, just like the TV Titan. But as you know, in episode 47, when the TV Titan was stabbed in the head, well, that pretty much limited him, and we haven't seen the TV Titan since episode 47, and we're on 56 now. So we should be seeing him soon because he's currently getting repaired. But the TV man was able to stop both these skibidi toilets, and that's when the cameraman got the notification, like, yeah, we did it, until they got bad news that the tank had been destroyed. You can also see that this iPad belongs to Cameraman 1247. Do those numbers mean anything? Right now, we don't have any information on who's Cameraman 1247, but as you can see, the cameramen are not too happy about this. And speaking of not too happy, everyone is staring at us, the POV cameraman. And of course, the TV man is also not happy about the tank being destroyed because the TV men have put a lot of resources into helping the cameraman. Now you're probably wondering, Gary, where has the Speakerman been? We have not seen Speakerman for quite some time, guys. They have pretty much retreated from the battle according to everyone's thoughts. We haven't seen them, and everyone's starting to know whether or not the cameramen are going to lose the war. So much that the TV man in this episode, you can hear him say, "You had one job." When you reverse what his message was. After we hear the message, he teleports away, and it really makes you wonder what's gonna happen with the TV man, because right after that, the explosion happens, which you see a cameraman running for his life on fire. Now, the TV man leaving this interaction is really important because at this point, the TV men have taken a massive loss. The TV Titan is currently most likely getting repaired, as we've seen the camera Titan getting repaired in previous episodes. So most likely, somewhere in a warehouse, the TV Titan is getting the same treatment and repairs that the cameraman was getting in this video right here. I think in the next 2 to 3 episodes, we should see a return of the TV Titan. Now, of course, the TV Titan was the first version of the TV men's Titan. Then with the upgrades and of course the speakers, which we lost in episode 47, he became Cinema Man. But since then, we have not seen Cinema Man or TV Titan, which is essentially the same person, but just upgraded. So after the big explosion and the running away cameraman, you see a lot of action happening, and it's our first reintroduction to this guy, the infected Speaker Titan. And as you can see, he's gotten some major upgrades, so let's go over all of them. In episode 32, when the Speaker Titan arrived and when he got infected, his center chest piece used to be red. Now it is yellow. On top of that, you can see his speakers on his shoulders used to have white circles. Now they have red circles. He even has way more speakers on the front of where his head is, and of course, his center face also has a beaming red light. But what does that mean? And if you look closely around the Speaker Titan, he now has this new armor or chassis around him. You're probably wondering, Gary, what is that? Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but the rumors and suspicions of what that is the protection cover to make sure the parasite does not get removed from the Speakerman. Now, as we saw in episode 32, when the Speaker Titan was ripping into the toilets, he was doing a great job. But ever since then, he's been going against all the cameramen and really breaking up the party. He's been quite difficult to defeat, and we really have never gotten close to turning him back into a teammate. And now that it's been so many episodes that he's destroyed so many cameramen and has done so much damage, there is a chance that the Speakerman that we know is long gone. And now officially that in episode 55, we lost the only tank that could stop the Speakerman, we have to assume that we are soon going to be going against the Titan himself, 1v1, possibly the Camera Titan and the TV Titan against the Speaker Titan, and we may have to bring an end to the Speaker Titan because he's got 2 very strong blasters that he's never had before. In previous episodes, the Speaker Titan only had 1 blaster on 1 arm, But now, with all these new upgrades, including a brand new chest and belt upgrade that you can see right underneath this power chest plate, it really feels like the Skibidi toilets are going the extra distance to make sure they win this war. And the fact that he can shoot both of his blasters at the same time is incredibly dangerous. And not only that, this is the first time we get to see the Speaker Titan actually use his speakers against the Cameraman. Just like so, you can see he goes full throttle and takes out the POV Cameraman. But I have some major questions because we missed some things as we were running, and this is where I have to ask you what you think about this. As the Cameramen start to run, you can see this Cameraman go to the left, and in front of us, it appears to be the brown suit Cameraman. Is that him? Does he end up getting destroyed by the Speaker Titan? I don't believe that the TV woman's love story will end there. So I don't believe that is the brown suit Cameraman that we've all come to love. Even though I'm really bothered by the fact that the Speaker Titan has been corrupted, I really look forward to the big fight that we'll get to see in the next few episodes between the Speakerman, the TV Titan, and of course, the Camera Titan. But the big question is the Titan Speakerman powerful enough to go head-to-head against two other Titans? He can charge up his two blasters at the same time. And it gives me the impression that the extreme firepower behind these two blasters are going to cause some serious damage to the other Titans and the Cameramen. What's also interesting about these blasters is that it has to be charged up, and then there are some kind of protective measure on top of these blasters that you can see almost like claws. These things are used to most likely protect the blasters from being destroyed, so he can use it close up against the Titans in a 1v1 fashion. Whereas we saw in the last episode, when the Cameraman used his blaster against the Skull Titan, it exploded. The reason for this is because it probably was not meant to be used in such close proximity, where the Speaker Titan is specifically designed for up close action because the Speaker Titan is actually one of the fastest of the three Titans. He's the most nimble, most agile, and of course, he's also the most infected. So in theory, he can fly around the TV Titan and the Camera Titan, shooting these brand new blasters. As we have seen in previous episodes, he has escaped the TV Titan by just simply flying away. When the TV Titan was trying to catch him, the TV Titan can teleport, but he cannot fly as fast or catch up to the Speaker Titan. It is also safe to assume, because the Speaker Titan's speakers affected the Cameramen so easily, that most likely means that the other Titans will most likely be hurt by the speakers. These speakers and upgrades he's received are serious business, so we definitely should worry in future episodes if we're even gonna win this war. So let me know in the comment section, do you think that the Titans will have one big epic war in the upcoming episodes? Also, when are we gonna see the TV Titan or the Cinnamon Man return? Let me know down below your thoughts, your theories, and if I missed anything in this episode, please let me know in the comment section, as I really appreciate all the support. At the start of the episode, you see three cameramen hiding on the rooftop of the building in the ruined city. Right at the start, the cameraman looks sad, almost depressed or scared to be so deep into the city. This fear was probably brought on by the Speakerman Titan, who recently just eliminated some cameramen in the last episode and eliminated the tank that we were gonna use to convert the infected Speakerman back to the good guys. So it makes sense why these three cameramen are so scared. But can we quickly talk about this brand new cowboy cameraman? I have never seen him, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this guy. Who is he, and why is he wearing blue jeans and a completely different suit? Is he actually a cowboy? Do you also notice on the building across that there's no lighting or anything on the other roof? Now, remember I mentioned this because there is a secret that you have missed from this episode that we're gonna go over at the end of this video. As the battle rages on, you see the infected Speakerman Titan step on a large Speakerman. Now, we haven't seen much of the Speakerman in the last 10 episodes. Before, they were marching with the cameraman and really helping win the war. But lately, we haven't seen much of them at all. And every time we do see them, they're getting destroyed like this one in this episode. The last time we saw a Speakerman was actually in episode 53. And well, he got blasted by the UFO Skibidi. I believe it's safe to assume that the Speakermen are not happy about their Titan speaker becoming infected. It's almost as if they blame the Cameraman for even entering into this war. As in episode 32, when the Titan Speakerman got infected, he blasted a lot of his Speakerman friends. And ever since this episode, we've seen a lot less Speakermen. So after our Speakerman friend loses his head, we also lose about 3 cameramen that are running away from the infected Speakerman. We also lose a stun blaster tank. Now, this blaster tank had no effect on the infected Speakerman Titan. It was almost like a little tickle for him. What we need in this episode was the tank from episode 53. If we had this tank, the one that got destroyed in 55, we could have converted the Speakerman Titan back to the good side. Now, this is where the real action starts, because the Camera Titan has finally arrived. We finally get to see the showdown of the Camera Titan and the infected Speakerman Titan. But before that happens, did you notice that the Cameraman Titan was waving his fingers saying no? While he was doing that, a lot of crazy things happened, and if you aren't paying attention, you might have missed it. Remember how I told you at the beginning of the video to look at the roof across the 3 cameramen? Well, look at the same rooftop now. Yep. That's the secret agent. How did he get there? We're going to talk about that later in the video, so let's focus on the Camera Titan really quickly. As soon as the Camera Titan arrived on scene, he did a few things to ensure that he was ready for this fight. First, he put his shoulder cameras away to protect them from getting damaged and swapped into battle mode with his machine gun turrets on his shoulders and even put extra armor on for his power core. Crazy enough, Camera Titan has used his shoulder turrets before, and you can see it in action here on episode 53. But we've never seen him cover his power core before. What makes this so strange is because in episode 50 and 51, we learned how powerful the core is as an energy beam. It can literally melt Skibidi Toilet's faces off, so why isn't he using it against the Speaker Titan? Maybe it's because he doesn't want to destroy the Titan and only weaken it to convert him back to the good side. I have more information about this at the end of the video, so keep watching because it gets crazy. Now, before we get into the epic fight between these 2 Titans, we need to talk about the secret agent on top of the building next to the Camera Titan. Well, apparently the cameramen can't see him, but it's weird that we can see him since technically we are a cameraman. Now, we have seen the secret agent in a lot of the past few episodes, starting with episode 45, inside the shack. Then episode 46, hiding behind a tree. Even in episode 47, after a massive battle, he helps us. But then we find him in episode 48, when we shoot our laser beam hiding in the window. Even in episode 52, he's watching us from the rooftop. And in all this, in episode 55, he was watching down as we lost our tank. But it gets even weirder because I guarantee you a lot of people missed the fact that there was a secret agent in episode 56, and I wouldn't have known if you guys, the fans, didn't tell me in the comment section. Because in episode 56, he is right in front of the cameraman and no one sees him. Not even the TV men. So that brings us to episode 57, part 1, where we can now confirm the secret agent has teleportation abilities and is probably stronger than the cameraman, the TV men, and the Skibidi Toilets. But the big question is, what does he want? Because at the beginning of the video, he is not there when we are with the 3 cameramen on the roof. He then appears, and then as soon as the Titans start battling, he disappears. So the battle has started, and the infected Speaker Titan charges up his blasters, and you can see 3 attacks go out, and the Camera Titan has what it looks like a wooden board as a shield. He gets a super effective punch on the infected Speaker Titan, which leads me to believe the Camera Titan is much stronger than the infected Speaker Titan. You can even see a size difference between the 2, and it looks like the Speaker Titan is just much faster, but not fast enough. As right when he went up to charge up his 2 blasters, the Camera Titan used his gravity pull arm to slam the Speaker Titan into the floor behind him. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen the gravity slam. We've actually seen it in episode 50, when he slams down a Skibidi Toilet, but in episode 57, it shows you how powerful the gravity pull is, as it's being used against a Titan and not a toilet. But the fight isn't over yet, because Speaker Titan unleashes his speaker attack, which pushes the Camera Titan back a bit and angers him. He gives the Speaker Titan a nice kick to the chest, and that's when Daddy G-Man arrives on scene to save the day, because the Camera Titan was winning this fight. But this isn't the same G-Man that we've all seen in episodes prior. This is a newly upgraded G-Man because of the damages he took in episode 47. Now, if you don't know, G-Man actually lost his laser eyes in episode 47 because of Cinema Man. Our first time ever seeing him without laser eyes was in episode 49 because he's wearing the same glasses that he's wearing right now. So without his laser eyes, he got some new laser blaster upgrades with 6 different laser beams. Now remember, he started off this series with nothing. Now he has a jetpack, 6 laser blasters, glasses, and even headphones. Now the headphones are cool because this shows us that the G-Man is still affected by the infected Speaker Titan, even though he's infected. As soon as those 6 blasters hit the Camera Titan, he turned around and tackled G-Man as fast as possible. Now, this is where the saddest part of the episode comes in, so strap in because it's about to be a roller coaster. As I mentioned in previous episodes, the elite Plungerman is typically seen alongside the Camera Titan. Anywhere the Camera Titan goes, elite Plungerman is close by, and in this episode, that remains true. As the infected Speaker Titan was charging to attack, elite Plungerman jetpacked himself into the neck of the Titan and tried removing the parasite himself. Unfortunately, it was unsuccessful. Or was it? As he got close, you can hear there was a strange sound that alerted the Speakerman that something was trying to remove the parasite. This new upgraded sound must be a new defense mechanism, but the Plungerman is smarter than that, right guys? There is no way he thought he would be able to do this so easily. Did the elite Plungerman get new technology in his plungers that potentially will help the Cameraman convert the infected Speaker Titan back? And why did the elite Plungerman decide to throw his plunger? We've never seen him without it. Could it be this was his plan the entire time? Is he actually dead? Episode 57 part 2 ends with part 1, showcasing the heroic elite plunger Cameraman jetpacking into action. This did not end up in his favor. He gets thrown by the infected Titan Speakerman with half of his body missing. Now, this is the first time ever in Skibidi Toilet history that an episode showcased the beginning of a previous episode. Episode 57 part 2 really kicks off as we see Camera Titan getting up from his last fight with his hammer in his hand. What's really strange about this is that we did not see the hammer at all in part 1. Now, the last time we saw Titan Cameraman using his hammer was in episode 50, protecting the Cameraman warehouse, episode 51 with the first person fights, and of course episode 53 when he tried to take out the Skibidi UFO. Now, for some reason in episode 55, he chose not to use his hammer against the fight with the resurrected skull toilet, and it's almost like he forgot his hammer at home or something. He used his hand cannon, which ultimately ended up breaking because he used it at such a close range. Because of this mistake, you can see in episode 57 in part 1 and in part 2, he does not have any hand cannons. So instead, in episode 57, he brought his special weapon, his trusty hammer. So the battle against the G-Man starts with Camera Titan opening up his chest energy core. And you can see G-Man then using all 6 of his lasers straight into the Camera Titan's energy core. In episode 57 part 1, we saw him protect his energy core against the Speaker Titan. But against the G-Man, he opened it so he could have access to all his powerful tools. Now, even though he's getting blasted by these lasers, you can see he isn't even phased by the lasers hitting his core. This is just making him even more angry than he already is, unleashing his flames and smashing G-Man with his hammer. You can see a similar combo being used in episode 51, where the Camera Titan uses his hammer to break open a Skibidi shield and then blast him with his energy core. Now, at this point, the Camera Titan is super mad. He used his energy core, dropped his hammer into G-Man, and what we don't know is whether or not his hammer is broken from this or destroyed, because the explosion we saw from G-Man was quite large. And as we know later on in the episode, G-Man survives this fight, which we'll get into later how and why he survived, and also some teasers for episode 58. It's at this point, I believe, that the Camera Titan realized his best friend, or his brother, Elite Plungerman, is hurt or dead on the floor. Camera Titan goes for an angry speed tackle into infected Speaker Titan, and the tackle was so large, even the 3 cameramen on the roof got blown back, and the AC unit they were hiding behind almost crushed them. This is when Camera Titan throws Speaker Titan with some kind of slam, and we have a surprise attack from the Skibidi Samurai arms from episode 47 that we saw in the background against Cinema Man when he teleported away. Funny enough about this is that Camera Titan is so angry that this attack looks like it didn't even hurt him. He literally crushes the Skibidi Samurai sword's head with one clap, and for the rest of the episode, he has swords stuck in him. It's at this very point when the skibidi parasite tries to infect the camera titan. But I think due to recent upgrades, he's not able to get infected. Now, I'm not really sure on this yet because the parasite did get a surprise attack on him, but the camera titan knew he was there without even seeing him. Is it possible that the camera titan and the camera scientist have made it so the cameramen are immune to parasites? But while all this is going on, this gave Speaker Titan enough time to charge up his lasers and shoot Camera Titan in the back. These shots looked like they did no damage and gave just enough time for the TV woman to teleport on top of the infected Titan Speakerman. Now, what's special about this episode is that we have not seen the TV woman since episode 54. When she saved the cameraman from the glitch toilet. TV Woman also appears to have gotten some new upgrades on her hands, which are daggers, similar to the upgrades that TV Man in episode 56 got, but the major difference between them two is that TV Woman can fly her head with her jetpack and teleport, when TV Man can only teleport. The last time we saw the TV Man, he was very upset that the cameraman had lost a tank, as you can hear him saying in episode 56. And their one job was to protect the tank. You guys know how that all went. With all this recent action and the failures of the cameraman, I am very happy to see the TV woman in action. Because right when she landed, the Speaker Titan got that same notification sound that he got when the Plungerman landed on his back. But the difference here is that the Camera Titan is able to hold his arms down so he can't stop the TV woman. You can clearly see that something very strange is happening with the Speakerman while the TV woman is behind his neck, and that's possibly because the parasite was being eliminated or damaged. It's at this point where things get a little bit scary because we see that G-Man is alive, but very damaged. As he flies in, he literally loses 2 of his laser blasters, and so far has lost his new glasses upgrades and his headphone upgrades. And of course, his face is badly burned. Now, one secret you may have missed is that the camera woman was in this episode. This is actually the first time that we've seen the camera woman and the TV woman in the same episode. So it's pretty exciting. So as soon as she starts shooting her shots at G-Man, so does the POV camera, which is us, with the paralysis blasters. He ends up having to fly off because he realized that his strongest weapon has just now become his strongest enemy. It's at this point you can see clearly that the TV woman has a troubled face. We know that she's eliminated the parasite skibidi toilet, but she instantly flies over to the elite Plungerman and gets him back to the camera headquarters like she did in the past for us in episode 49. So the big question is the elite Plungerman dead? Is it safe to assume that they bring him back to the headquarters and this might be the best thing that ever happened to him? Because he might actually get some seriously strong upgrades like we saw in episode 49 with the broken cameraman on the floor getting repaired, which ends up becoming the mech cameraman in episode 54. But even though that may be some good news, that leaves us in a very sad situation for the love story of the brown suit cameraman. He's officially been left behind by the one woman he loves for another cameraman. Imagine being in love with a woman who has saved you before, for her to just save another guy right in front of you and not even notice you. How depressing, right guys? But this can't be the end for the brown suit cameraman because he's a fan favorite. And there's no way they leave him here to die. There's gotta be new upgrades coming just for our brown suit cameraman, right? Maybe he possibly gets saved by the camera woman and she becomes his new girlfriend. We're gonna have to wait to see what happens to the brown suit cameraman because this episode is about to get even more sad but happy. And that's when the camera titan grabs the skibidi parasite and crushes it with its foot. Ah, that feels so good. But it's at this moment when the Speaker Titan's core color goes from yellow back to its original color of red. But that doesn't change the fact that the Speaker Titan has now, over the last 25 episodes, eliminated almost all of his friends. He gets up and clearly looks confused, upset, and probably depressed. He looks down at the Speakerman, who had his head blown off in episode 57, part 1. And I think he knows he did that. He looks directly at us with the face of, I know I've done a lot to hurt people that love me the most. It's at this point Speakerman probably feels he is better far away from everyone and everything so he can never hurt someone else again. But the big question is, where does he go? It's officially been 25 episodes since he's had any interactions with his Speaker family or any cameraman? Does he try to go back to the camera base headquarters to fix things? Will the cameraman even accept him with open arms? My guess is that he takes some time away from the cameraman to collect his thoughts and figure out a plan on how he can help without ever hurting any of his friends again. The beautiful thing about episode 57 part 2 is that this video ends with the cameraman and the camera titan giving us a thumbs up, covered in samurai blades though, which I think is pretty funny. What I want to know in the comment section is, out of the 57 episodes, technically 58 with part 2, how many of these episodes ended with cameramen giving us a thumbs up? Go count them up and go report back to me in the comment section. The first person that does it wins. Now, looking back at episode 57, we know that it was possibly one of the saddest and happiest episodes DeBoom has ever created. We saw the destruction of the elite Plungerman, the epic battle of the Camera Titan and G-Man, and even curing the Speaker Titan. For the last 25 episodes, Speaker Titan has been infected by the Skibidi toilets, and we've seen him brutally destroy a lot of his friends and fellow Speakermen. Of course, coming out of the infected state in episode 57, you can clearly see the Speaker Titan was confused, sad, and also incredibly angry. But after TV Woman removed the parasite, where did the Speaker Titan fly off to, and where is he going? We assumed he was flying in the direction of the Skibidi warehouse and their secret headquarters. But in episode 58, we got that answer. If you look closely in episode 57, you notice that G-Man flew away once he noticed that the Speaker Titan had become uninfected, and at the end of episode 57, we see Speakerman fly in that same direction. With that information, we are now at episode 58, and I am extremely excited to cover all the Easter eggs, mysteries, and expose the big secret at the end. Now, before that, we've got to watch the episode in its entirety, and as you can see, it starts off with explosions, Skibidi toilets eating cameramen, and clearly in this video right now, the toilets are winning. Like, they're destroying cameramen, and it's not until the Speaker Titan comes and literally takes out all of the Skibidi toilets on the streets. From large to small to even brand new Skibidi toilets, you can see the upgraded Speakerman is very upset, and he's going all out to make sure he gets his revenge, until he realizes he is now surrounded by helicopter Skibidi toilets. And well, they all land their missiles right on them. But guess what, guys? It's not enough. The Speaker Titan does a helicopter attack back at the helicopters and destroys all of them. Flies away. The Camera Titan arrives like, what the heck just happened? And then he goes right after the Speakerman as well. And then we see these three goofballs, and well, the episode ends with good thumbs up. To understand everything that just happened in this episode, we're gonna have to break it down and analyze it. So episode 58 starts off with, of course, 3 terrified and scared cameramen trying their best to get away from a large Skibidi toilet who's trying to eat them. Now, as you can currently see, there is nothing on the rooftops behind these cameramen. Remember this, because it's gonna be very important later in the episode. Additionally, if you look at the side of the building, you can see it says London Mall, meaning that this episode was filmed on a London map. Then out of nowhere, a giant explosion goes off, and we see a cameraman being dragged away by another large Skibidi. With cameramen running away from the scene and multiple not alive Speakermen, one thing you might have missed in this episode is that this is actually the first time that we've seen this small Speakerman on the battlefield since episode 50, when the Skibidi toilets attacked the cameraman warehouse. And since this very moment, we haven't seen the Speakerman on the battlefield at all. Speaking of things we haven't seen in a long time, we have a brand new Skibidi toilet, and this guy is crazy looking. There was 2 previous episodes that this saw Skibidi could have came from. First, episode 47, where we came in contact with the saw Skibidi that really damaged the Cinema Man. Now, as you can see from this episode, this saw is a little bit different, but it's sort of similar. You can see his arms are very, very big and strong, and he looks very different from the current version that we have in episode 58. But then in episode 49 of Skibidi Toilet, we also had something that was pretty close as well. Could this be a brand new upgraded toilet that the TV woman destroyed in episode 49? Is this why this one is wearing new protective glasses? Because TV Woman destroyed the other version of it? He's also got the biggest jetpack we've ever seen on a toilet, and it looks like a Cameraman Christmas tree with how many bodies he's holding. As the episode continues, you can see his face turn from a very happy smile to an incredibly scared toilet as he hears the Speaker Titan arrive. The Speaker Titan then destroys 2 large Skibidi toilets and even a helicopter rocket toilet. But notice that this is the Big Ben clock tower, and on top of the tower is a skibidi defense turret. We've seen these types of turrets before from the Cameraman base in episode 50. Does this turret mean we're getting closer to the skibidi headquarters? As you can see, the Speaker Titan quickly destroys this turret and goes for a tackle on the big skibidi toilet that's entering into the fight. This is the same tackle that was used against the Speaker Titan in episode 57 by the Camera Titan when he was infected. It's super cool to me to see the Speaker Titan using some brand new moves. But the big question here is, did you see it? Well, if you didn't see it, it's okay, because the Boom, also known as Blu-ray, added a secret that a lot of people missed. Earlier in the video, I told you to remember the rooftop of the intro, and as you can see right now, it is empty. Now, after the explosion, you can see the secret agent. This secret agent is the same secret agent that we saw in episode 57 part 1. He had the same exact green light behind him. Now, we've seen this secret agent in countless episodes throughout this series so far. We first saw him in episode 45 inside the shack, then in episode 46 hiding behind a tree, then in the end of episode 47 after a massive battle he sort of helps us, I think. And we also find him in episode 48 when we shoot our laser beam and he's hiding inside of the window. And even in episode 52, he's watching us from a rooftop. And then in episode 55, he was watching us right when we lost our tank. But what's even crazier is in episode 56, he is right in front of all the cameramen and the TV men, and no one sees him. Only we can see the secret agent. But why? That is a mystery I hope we get answers for soon. And speaking of new, I want to show you guys a side-by-side comparison of the Speakerman from episode 26 all the way to now in episode 58. You can clearly see when he was infected by the skibidi toilets, he got some major upgrades. He has upgraded speakers, new arm blasters, and even reinforced legs that allow him to move much faster than before. Now, because he is so much faster than before, he also has faster reflexes, because right when the double saw skibidi tried surprising him with an attack from behind, he was very quick to make sure no skibidi can get close to him, and he instantly deleted the enemy. Now, once that happened, I quickly realized that it was just a surprise attack. And this was the first time that we've really seen the Speaker Titan use his brand new jetpack and all his upgrades with a helicopter spin blast, which after he takes out all the helicopter skibidis and he flies off, and we see the Camera Titan appear. Now remember, the Speaker Titan is a lot faster than the Camera Titan, so it makes sense that the Camera Titan is a little bit late to the party. He's also insanely confused at what just happened in London, that he takes off after the Speaker Titan to get some answers. The episode ends with the 3 cameramen you saw in the beginning giving the thumbs up, meaning that the cameramen have won this episode and the skibidi toilets have lost. But do you also notice that the secret agent is gone? He actually walked away as the Speaker Titan flew away, and his green glow was also gone. Now, this is the first time we've ever seen the secret agent walk away from an episode and not disappear or teleport away, which is pretty exciting for me. Before we jump into the breakdown of episode 61, we're gonna go ahead and do a quick overview of what this episode had in it. Of course, it started off with cameramen running away from something, terrified. Of course, it's the brand new buzzsaw toilet, and they got absolutely destroyed because the cameramen got that new technology. This is the YouTuber toilet with new technology. So yeah, the cameramen are in deep trouble. Imagine if G-Man has these lights on him in the update in a new episode. The Speaker Woman is introduced, and of course, her dance moves are awesome. She is unaffected by the light, and she reflects the RPG, puts daggers on her eyes, puts the daggers in his eyes. Of course, she sonic booms into action, goes ahead and kicks off his protection cap and flushes him down. I am really worried about the future updates if the skibidi toilets all have lights like that to fight against the Camera Titan. But of course, we have a lot of Easter eggs here we have to cover. So let's get into the breakdown of today's video. In the last episode of Skibidi Toilet, which is episode 60, we learned that the scientist Skibidi has been working on mutating Skibidi toilets, and we've seen some of his newest mutations in the last 5 episodes. He's even mutated himself to be able to use the Cinemaman speakers, or the TV Titan speakers, which we've seen in episode 60. Now, we all know that the Skibidi scientist is an amazing scientist because we saw what he did to the Titan Speakerman when he was infected. Remember, the Titan Speakerman Speakerman only has upgrades today because of the scientist Skibidi. The first time we ever saw the scientist Skibidi was in episode 16, and he was just a small, normal scientist Skibidi toilet. Then we saw him in episode 30 when the parasites were introduced that came from his mouth. But now, in more recent episodes, you can see his face has completely changed. He has upgraded glasses, removed his eye, and replaced it with some new technology, and also looks like the size of a titan. This is a big difference from the Skibidi scientist from episode 16 to the Skibidi scientist here in episode 60. But now we're on episode 61, and you guys can see that the scientist Skibidi has been working hard on creating upgrades for himself and other toilets, starting with the new dual buzzsaw car toilet. This little guy is fast and is a cameraman nightmare. He's low to the ground, so he slashes cameraman in half. His overall power level, though, is pretty weak. He is definitely one of the weaker mutant Skibidi toilets compared to the most recent large Skibidi toilets we have seen in the last few episodes, like the Astro Detainer Skibidi, who was strong enough to hold G-Man in place in episode 60. It is believed that this little buzzsaw Skibidi toilet is a family member and brother of all the other saw Skibidis, like the dual buzzsaw mutant, the buzzsaw strider toilet, the flying dual buzzsaw Skibidi toilet, and of course, the flying buzzsaw toilet. Unfortunately for this little guy, he got absolutely destroyed by the cameraman's blaster technology. This new paralysis blaster was introduced in episode 54, and it's powerful. It instantly puts Skibidi toilets into a paralysis where they are frozen, but sadly this only works on smaller power level Skibidi toilets and not on big toilets like G-Man. We've seen the cameramen try to use their anti-parasite blasters on G-Man, and it did no damage in episode 38. After the explosion of the little buzzsaw car, we were introduced to our first ever YouTuber Skibidi. But before we talk about this new YouTuber toilet, we have to talk about the secret agent that many people missed in this episode. As you can see right behind the cameraman, there is a secret agent hiding in the destroyed building. The last time we saw the secret agent was in episode 59, and there's something very strange going on with the secret agent. In some episodes, he's been very bright with the green glow to him, but in other episodes, he does not have that same green glow. What's also strange is that he always disappears right before every single fight that the cameramen and toilets have. We're gonna have to wait to see what happens with the secret agent because he's super sus, but this new Skibidi toilet is named the Geeky Jesus Toilet and is made after the YouTuber Moist Critical or Penguin Z0. As you can see, he has 2 massive lights, 2 RPGs, and 1 very big jetpack, but there's something you missed. As you can see from this freeze frame, he has very normal looking eyes here. But watch after he turns on his flashlight. It blinds all the cameramen and they can't see anything, almost like a flashbang. And he shoots his rockets at them to destroy them. But right after they get destroyed, we get a close-up of the new Skibidi toilet and you can now see his eyes have gone crazy. Right before he's about to shoot us with his RPGs, we get saved by the brand new dancing and super cool speaker woman, equipped with headphones, a jetpack or backpack, high heels, hot pink clothes, and she's ready for the action. Now, what's crazy about the speaker woman is that she's the first character in the entire series that actually has a cool personality. She really reminds me of Deadpool with how funny she is, but enough of her dance moves. Let's talk about her power level. She is for sure stronger than the Cameraman, but against the TV woman, I think she's the second strongest female character of the Alliance. As the new YouTuber Skibidi tried to use his bright lights on her, she claps at him like, "Nice try, loser," which angers him enough to fire off a rocket that she's able to propel back towards the Skibidi toilet. She then attaches 2 knives to her speaker and is able to shoot the knives into the YouTuber Skibidi's eyeballs. This is when Speaker Woman jumps into action, lands on his flush cap, and is able to flush the brand new toilet down the hatch. At the current moment, she's the only speaker head that we know of that can use her speaker sonic boom to reflect attacks from other enemies and of course use her sonic boom to propel her into action. Now we've seen the Speaker Titan use his sonic boom to attack the Camera Titan when they had their epic battle, but never to be used in the way the Speaker Woman did in today's episode. With the big return of the Speaker Army from episode 59, you can expect some really awesome new speaker fights. As the introduction of the Speaker Woman, she seems like she's going to be very helpful in fighting smaller to medium-sized Skibidi toilets. But something a lot of people miss in this episode is the Speakerman carrier. which has only ever been seen once before in episode 24. Now, we don't know exactly how strong this Speakerman carrier is, but we can assume with that amount of speakers, it can really do some heavy damage. And of course, this would not be a breakdown, secrets, and Easter eggs video if I did not showcase the orange justice dance at the end of the video that showcases the big Speakerman dancing for the first time in Skibidi history. And of course, we got the thumbs up at the end, meaning that we've won this episode. Today we'll be breaking down all the small and big details, including the new Skibidi mutants, G-Man and his epic return, the new Skibidi scientist upgrades. Did you also happen to see the secret agent in today's episode? If you did not, don't worry, there's more to be said about that towards the end of the video, and it's actually game-changing. Let's do a quick recap of the episode, showcasing of all of its glory and hard work that the Boom put into this episode. This episode really was crazy for me because we saw a cameraman being resurrected, which is pretty cool, and then we had the cameraman bullying a Skibidi, and then he gets sonic boomed and blown up. Yeah, he just got destroyed, but he's like, what'd I do, bro? But as you can see, that's when everything went wrong. We got a cameraman running away from normal Skibidis. We got helicopter Skibidis. Keep in mind, every single Skibidi in this episode is wearing headphones because, of course, the Skibidi scientist arrives. He is now the size of a Titan, and he sonic booms everyone. Now, when he does this, we've got to put on headphones. We put on the headphones, and you see all your friends going down. And then we get surrounded. G-Man's behind us when we turn around. We've got this plane. We've got a Strider Skibidi. We've got the brown Skibidi. We've got our reinforcements, camera getting blown up. We've got a mutant Skibidi. And of course, we've also got the new Buzzsaw Skibidi. But there's something everyone missed I'll mention at the end of the video. So obviously this episode had a lot of things in it that we need to go over, starting with the two medic cameramen working on the down cameraman at the beginning. Now, at first glance, you would think that these are engineer cameramen, but there is a difference between medic cameraman and engineer cameraman. As you can see with this side by side, their heads are also way different than normal cameramen, but similar to the engineer cameraman. They go, they have a lot of similarities here. This medic cameraman can only be found in most recent episodes, like in 52 and in 54, and of course, in this most recent episode of 62. The medic cameraman is also a type of cameraman that is specially trained. They are sent out in the battlefield only to help injured cameramen. Instead of 2 repair tools like the engineer, they have only 1, and they wear ties. They are most likely used to close up wounds on cameramen from battle and repair them. And as you can see, the engineer cameramen, who typically work on mech suits and Titans, first appeared in episode 29 and in 49 in these 2 clips. Now, these 2 are completely different cameramen, but within the same field, they are the ground support team for cameramen, mechs, and Titans. Now, after the medic shocked the cameraman back to life, he was revived, but sadly, these efforts were then wasted because, as you guys just saw from the overview video, things got really insane in this episode, and with the clapback of the Skibidi toilets, the future looks really grim for the cameramen. But I find it super interesting as well that the cameraman behind the medics is just watching them perform surgery while he's drinking his favorite drink, relaxing all cool. And this is one of the many reasons why the cameramen get owned in this episode. You can see that big cameramen are playing catch with a small Skibidi toilet, and the speaker head sonic booms him so hard that he explodes. The cameraman was like, "What the heck are you doing, dude?" And the speaker head was confused too on what he did wrong, and that's where the entire episode took a downhill turn. It was at the exact moment that the explosion went off with the Skibidi toilets chasing a cameraman, and we see 3 helicopter Skibidis with RPGs, and of course, the introduction of the new Titan Skibidi scientist. So let's quickly pause and take a look on how massive this new Skibidi scientist is, because he is bigger than all the buildings and is bigger than any other Skibidi toilet, even G-Man, which when we saw him in episode 60, they were side by side, and the scientist was literally almost 2 times his size. Now, keep in mind, in multiple episodes, about in the last 10, we've seen Skibidi toilets, especially the bigger ones, have some kind of black smoke technology teleportation, the same kind that the TV men use. Is it possible that the Skibidi toilets have replicated the TV men technology, or is it possible that the TV men have been captured and that the Skibidi toilets have locked them in a cage somewhere in the Skibidi headquarters? Episode 62 was the first time the Skibidi scientist used his Cinemaman upgrade, which he stole, by the way, to absolutely wipe out the cameraman with his sonic boom. The sounds from his speaker caused the Speakerman to pretty much implode, but we were lucky enough to find some headphones on the floor. With this entire scene, there is a massive secret that I believe a lot of people miss, and I want to talk about it at the end of this video because it's actually insane if this theory is true, and it's the only thing that makes sense, and I can't wait to share with you guys at the end of the video. But after we grab our headphones, we see G-Man back in business with his 4 lasers, and he's also wearing headphones again. Now, these headphones are being worn because, as you guys know, the scientist Skibidi speakers would probably destroy G-Man if he did not wear them. You can also see his face is still a little bit burned from his insane battle with the camera titan, but it's a shock to me that we've seen so much of G-Man in the last few episodes since he almost died in episode 60 and in episode 57. This guy is constantly under extreme pressure. What's so cool about this episode as well is we get to see a brand new introduction of the Skibidi Bomber, also known as the Nuke Propeller Plane Skibidi Toilet. This Skibidi Toilet has 2 propellers to keep the weight off the wings, a laser, multiple bombs, and the actual toilet itself. The Nuke Propeller Plane Skibidi Toilet appears very similar to a heavy bomber plane in real life, having the ability to drop powerful and destructive bombs, all while wearing a military helmet. In this episode, we also got to see on the side of the screen a Skibidi Strider that is also the crazy eyes, similar to the crazy eyes of the YouTuber toilet that we saw in episode 61, also known as Geeky Jesus Toilet. Of course, we can't forget the 4 regular toilets, all with headphones on, and the giant large Skibidi toilet. This brown Skibidi toilet is one that we have not seen since episode 36, and he was actually flushed in the background. The brown Skibidi toilet you see here in episode 15 and the one here in episode 27 are the small variants of the original Skibidi toilet and aren't actually anything special besides difference in color. But what's crazy is that the POV camera getting swarmed at this point, everything is behind him is destroyed, and he's the last one standing. You see a mutant toilet with headphones ripping the head off a cameraman, and we have a brand new Buzzsaw family member, which they've had a lot of brand new family members recently, and this new Skibidi toilet is something that we've never seen before because he is a part of the scientist Skibidi's mutant family. It's honestly extremely creepy on how many Skibidis the scientist Skibidi has created all these episodes. He's been brewing up some crazy mutants all this time. Like, this Buzzsaw Skibidi is extremely powerful against normal cameramen. But this is where you think the video just ends, right? Because it goes to black. But that's where you're wrong, because you missed the most important thing in this episode that no one's talking about. As you all know, the secret agent for the most part has stayed out of every single battle of the war and has only ever helped us once. And that was in episode 47 at the very end. Every time we have seen him, no other Alliance member or Skibidi toilet could see him, and it was almost as if he was invisible to everyone else besides the POV camera. What's crazy is that the secret agent most likely placed the headphones next to us for us to use so the POV camera, which is us, would not get eliminated before we saw all the things that the new mutant Skibidis are up to. The only possible explanation for these headphones right here to be exactly where they are, and the Skibidi scientists not hurting the thing that walked away from us that gave us the headphones, is that this was the secret agent, as no other person, cameraman, or Skibidi toilet can survive the sonic boom of the Skibidi toilet besides the secret agent. As you guys know, the sonic boom is one of the most powerful attacks that anyone can use, and the fact that the Skibidi toilets have it right now is insanely scary. This episode for sure was an interesting way to end season 20, and there's still a lot more questions that need to be answered in future episodes. So it's safe to assume that the next episode we might get a look at the Cinemaman returning with the brand new upgrades, or we might get to see the return of the elite Plungerman or the hospital that both of them are being worked on. It is also possible that we see the return or the introduction of a brand new female Titan, as we have yet to see a female Titan be introduced, which I think would be really awesome. But whatever the next episode is, big thanks to Boom for making such a crazy, amazing series. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video that's gonna blow you away. Bye, guys!